play against of all time. That comp is so well created, Mazel. Are you seeing this dive comp? This is like, and they got the Jin, like you said, over top. Like, you can be just
advantage of the side lanes, but guess who's doing that right now? Monkey going for a back lane play with the Ishdal's impact. He lands straight into the wall into Feng Yue, and now Jiachi gets flashed on by the entirety of WE through the bot side. There's going to be another slowdown, and About takes another one. That's going to be a 2-0 to start off for WE.
And that is an absolute... That's the only thing. So I would favor WE, but I think Pantheon can easily get in smite range.
Cool little pop awesome playing the bots out with the Grand Starfall, but Nio misses the angle just a bit. He's going to take a Moonlight Vigil to the dome. A couple extra shots from those chakrams, and the dragon will go the way.
Here's Skarner with the CC combo. Looks good.
Making the Skarner look good. Ishdal's impact going to go a little bit wide, but Jiachi's still getting locked down, and Monkey's going to flash on him. Tries to go for the impale there onto Feng Yue, but doesn't get it. Now Nio and Cream and Feng Yue trying to make a play, but Karis is going to stop Cream there. They will know that they're going to have extra bodies. Nio just decides to let loose, trying to get onto Monkey, trying to get a kill here, but he's buying so much time. That's 550 gold going over, but now Karis going for the sweep of the leg onto the last two members here. It's going to be Cream coming back around to try to clean up some of these kills. Beautiful tangle bar from Feng Yue, and now they might just kill Yao Yao. Cream's gonna get engaged on, will go down. It's not gonna be enough damage. Karis ends up being the cleanup crew. One more auto, but I don't think he's got it. He's gonna have to wait for the shifting sands, and there he goes. Gets the kill, his first of the game, and we have a gold-based analysis. Karis doesn't get out of that shockwave that time. Gets down to under 200 health, but Monkey was waiting right there just in case Ishdal's impact gonna come in. Try to get Cream here. He's gonna get the slowdown as well. He has the impale. Karis has no health, but it doesn't matter. Cream just gets shoved under turret. He will get the kill back, and Nio comes in as reinforcement as Cream plays with the edge of his life, but he'll be fine.
Oh my goodness, that was just so extremely close, and I don't even know what to say. I mean, I just keep looking at this game from the lens of an Azir one-trick, and as Karis, that is such a heartbreaker because you saw just how hard he was getting bullied. It was kind of at that stage of the matchup where you don't really have like a shuffle threat, and so you can kind of just take a beating without really being able to answer. And unfortunately, he went for an answer, Monkey and Karis, but it was just a beautiful response from Nio coming in with the Grand Starfall to help make sure that he was tanking the tower and that Cream was able to survive that because Nio arrived at the... Here we go.
Ishdal's impact hits on the Feng Yue's summon. Now About almost gets taken down, gets a wild growth on him, but so much CC's coming down and he dies anyways. WE are faltering. Where have we seen this story before, fools? Oh, I remember. It's every time WE has played in the last two series as they fall apart. 1,000 gold lead plus to top esports.
Yeah, and this is why it's unpatented. The technology is in the it's a nascent technology, the Fool's radar. You see, because you know we saw because he's gonna want to make sure he can contest this rep Herald. You can tell TS is posturing for this Herald, and giving this up is a pretty big deal because that's gonna mean you lose your mid tower against this comp. Remember, we spoke on that. Yeah. So you must defend this Herald. We're gonna see a fight.
Monkey just going in, equalizer on top, the red carpet laid out by WE just like their color scheme. Moonlight Vigil goes wide. About is going to miss a lot, but it's going to be a 5-man stack from WE that is enough to brute force this one, even with the beautiful shockwave from Cream. Karis is just ripping into them. He will eventually go down. Cream stuck in the pit, and he will fall as well. That lead that Top Esports has carved out is down to zilch, and 369 wasn't even able to get the side lane turret.
I think I figured it out, Mazel. I think the radar wasn't on the LPL setting. I think I must have forgot that crazy is our game, and any given fight can go any which way because this game is back and forth like crazy. We have an absolute roller coaster on our hands. I think we're going to have a great evening tonight.
I think so too, if this is any ticket, as About gets caught on the tip of the public execution, and 369 will take what's his.
Yeah, I sure hope About gets to have a great evening as well because I don't think 369
He's a bot
really
laner, let's be real. There's no great evenings for bot laners. This
yeah,
Top
that does not exist.
Is going to make another tempo play. This is going to be Cream coming on the cube. He does have Nio right behind him as well, and Feng Yue coming down the line. I don't think he's got enough damage to take down cube, but Nio wanted a little bit of distance to cover. We'll just look to take this turret, and this will be at least a little bit of recompense for Top Esports as they had already lost the mid lane turret. Meanwhile, 369 now taking a little bit of revenge on Karis, and the top side is going to be in some trouble now that Monkey's coming around with the Ishdal's impact. Just going to find 369 as Karis with a solo kill.
Yeah, Kara's just completely flying onto 369's screen there, even though he's not even necessarily equipped to handle the Ambessa with the Chain Lace Crushers here. He just wins that anyway. It doesn't matter if he's wasting stats on a magic damage shield. He's just OP.
I mean, we are on 2 items for majority of members across both teams. Joshy can't get caught here. He's going to have to flash, and that'll be down. The Dragon had gone over to top esports as WE were a little bit behind the play. They want to
This is LPL. They want to go.
4 for Feng Yue, the new member of top esports, but it didn't matter. They didn't have enough damage, and the sweep comes through yet again from Karis. It's going to be 369 trying to get a little bit back during the fight, but everyone from top esports is scattered, and Karis made sure of that.
Yeah, and this rest of this fight is just completely over. I couldn't even tell who was winning from the jump there. I really thought that
for that to really sink in. And right now, we are seeing the fruits of the labor for WE. We said it in draft. They have kind of that meatball team fight comp, and they've been executing it well. It was up to top esports to kind of have that advantage, have that wiggle room for them to take those aggressive stances, and they have not got any wiggle room whatsoever. A TP comes in from Cream way too late, but Nio is on his way as well from the mid lane. That's going to be Feng Yue coming in with the Pop Blossom too. It's going to go right back to Monkey. Feng Yue finds that big engage, and now you do still have the Grand Starfall if Nio wanted to come from that mid lane, but it looks like everything's going to settle here, and we just keep getting pop shots back and forth, fools.
Yeah, I mean, this is what I love to watch, and we might have more here. Karis chooses to ult backwards on the input.
All right, we'll see the wild growth used, and Nio has to flash away. Top esports taking the fight they shouldn't have. Moonlight Vigil brings them to their knees, and WE now find a massive advantage 21 minutes in.
Yeah, About just flash quick scopes them there with the Moonlight Visual. That's the double kill, the collateral. I really like to see that. And that's going to really enable them to start this Baron. It's so hard to contest this as 369, Joshy, and Feng Yue. I mean, you don't even have your abilities. You have no Nico ult. You know, 369 doesn't have teleport. It's just gone.
We will end up seeing this advantage continue to grow for WE. The biggest thing with WE is they have not been truly esports. Meanwhile, top esports going to try to use some side laning to get some of that gold back into their belt. There's about 1 minute and 15 seconds for this next dragon. It would be soul point for top esports. It would even the odds for WE, but this Baron power play is just going to sink so much gold into their coffers. They're going to find a tier 2 turret on the bot side, maybe even more.
Yeah, I would not be surprised to see them go for more here. It's hard to contest this Monkey going straight in.
Tries to get the impale, does go a bit wide, but now all 5 members of WE are here for the siege, and the turret is not even going to last long. Equalizer comes in, does about half health on the Nio, who's still taking it. Feng Yue goes for the 5-man, but do they have the damage? Big shockwave on a 4. Everything's flying in from top esports. They have found their ticket. They don't get Monkey, though. Monkey's getting a little bit lower. 4th shot going his way now, but Karis has been free firing, but not for long. He's going to be free firing from the grave, and top esports rise from the rubble and take down WE and massively change their chances.
Yeah, and welcome to the LPL, ladies and gentlemen, because it does not matter what the game state is. Just fight and play better, and that is exactly what top esports did off the back of a 5-man Pop Blossom from Feng Yue. It does not get better than that. Layered over top with the shockwave from Cream. That was just absolutely exquisite, beautiful, gorgeous. Everyone into the top river.
This is bold. TP going to come in from Karis. They are going to wait to bring in Cube. It's going to be burning down. They have the Aphelios. They have this Azir. They do it so quickly. Nio waiting on the edges. We said these junglers will be a linchpin to how this game goes, and it's going to be stolen by the Jhin. My favorite champion does it again, and my favorite moment is that Pop Blossom coming in from Feng Yue. They do lose their front line. They lose their back line, and all they have left is Joshy. Although 369 buying a lot of time here, he will eventually go down, and unfortunately, Joshy is just a Jhin. He's going to be caught in the midst. He's got 1. He's getting a little help here from Feng Yue.
Just
1 more shot, a 4th. He's got the Ixtal's impact, and that locks him down. He's gone. Monkey going to try to chase down Feng Yue, but it is chaos here as the Baron grenade.
His auto. And yeah, look at this. We thought it's just a Jhin, but he says, just a Jhin. This is who Jhin is made of.
Polymorph goes wild. He's just sitting there.
If only he's able. If you had to pick Mazel, who are you going for?
That's a great question. It's a hard question. I don't. Hey, I get a scot-free out of it since we get to see Top Esports try to make a play here. I think Nio just came in overzealously there. He did want to try to save the play, but he goes down instantaneously, and now the equalizer buys so much space for WE to siege.
Yeah, you should have said WE because you should have foreseen, of course, that the Pantheon would just ult into the middle of the whole enemy team and die. I mean, I personally could have saw that coming, but yeah, I mean, Monkey has no flash now. I mean, I guess that doesn't matter much because
so far, also the first time Monkey's playing it so far this split, but obviously we've seen the pictures and know that he's a proficient one. As a 5-on-5 is developing in mid lane, just like you said, the NARAM has been initiated, but it's up to Top Esports to not get poked out, not get caught out, as Monkey going for cream, but does get the flash out. Now Carr is going for his open, he misses. He goes golden. This is buying so much time, and look at the equalizer. Public execution goes in. They try to get the pop blossom on Carr. Not enough damage is there. Karis is still going through everyone. Finally gets the fourth shot from Jachi, but it's going to be Top Esports that have lost too many men, too many bodies, and Jachi cannot do enough to clean this up. They're going to get 369 trying to get out of there, but he can't get away even with all of his dashes.
Mid minions, they have the top lane wave, and I don't think they're going to end. I don't believe it. I mean, maybe they got Jachi.
Jachi gets hit by the Gravitum. I don't think he's getting out of that one 10 times out of 10, and he's going to burn his GA. He wants to try to get a kill onto About. See if he can do it. Not enough. Immediately, About ends his life out of the GA, and or at least that'll be the Baron going to WE.
I mean, even though Karis just completely whiffed, I looked like WE was in his way.
Now we see another Dragon go over to WE. That'll be 2 in a row for them, tying up.
We don't actually usually see it. Typically the games are kind of over when everyone's level 17 or less. We get to see 2 level 20 top laners right now, and they're making a really hard
flank, but there is going to be a little bit of vision. 369 was looking for it. Here comes the Assault Impact. He's going to hit on the clone. They're going to lock down Monkey. Monkey's waiting for the Impale. Hits it on Nio. He did have his shield up for a little while. He is just going to immediately burn, though. Look how big Monkey is with that wild growth. And that's all they needed. A frontliner to take all the damage of Top Esports, and Top Esports can't get around. Even with this dive, even with the setup we set from draft, they have not been able to access the key target.
Oh, they're looking at Jachi here. He needs to base the
He's
space.
getting logged down now. He's going to get a little bit of healing. The Redemption coming in to heal a big chunk to WE as they look for the finishing touches on this game number 1.
15 seconds on the Baron buff. I don't think they have enough time or damage here. We're going to TP in from 369. He wants to do something.
Shield. He's the only one.
You can't let them out. You can't.
Lagging behind here as 369 dodging away, still working with this huge shield. He's poking and prodding at Monkey.
He's corralling them.
Deadly move forward as WE look to try to finish this game off the back of Monkey's first Skarner performance of the split. He's going to get locked down. I speak about him. He tries to get the Impale out so much there, but he's tanking it all. This is what's wrong, is they can't kill the front line. Now it's going to be 369 that tries to get him, but he gets instantly clapped. And that sound is like thunder to TES as they cower in fear. Back to times can you damage the tank and still think you're getting away with it? At this point, WE Siege will not come to completion, but they'll get another inhib open, at least in the top side.
I mean, surely the Siege comes to completion, right? Like I could have swore we had some kind of a checkmate here, but Monkey retreating on 1 HP is going to heal a lot. I mean, I don't think they're going to leave.
So maybe swing it back into Top Esports' favor. It's been a bit of a swinging game, and here comes the Grand Starfall. Top Esports said it's do or die, but the ult goes wide. 5-man for Feng Yue again. Is it enough, though? Look at that equalizer. Cube sets it up, and Karis knocks it down. 369 with no hope left to give. They will lose one, but what does it matter when you come out swinging in game number 1? A triple for Karis and a game 1 win for WE. Their first win of the last 2 series that they've played.
Yeah, Karis sliding all over TES that game, completely taking charge of the map. Feng Yue, some 5-man ults are better than others. Sion, but Gwen in a game where she can play on her terms and conditions, Gwen can just hard carry games out of nowhere. Just suddenly it's minute 20.
Dragons stopped. You got to remember the Dragons and early objectives are a little bit tankier now, and Top Esports will move in. They do have level 6 for Jiachi. It's going to be a wombo combo they want to look to set up. Looking at a 50-50 to start off this game number 2. Can Top Esports change their fate? They're going to go with the 3-man knockup with the bullet time, with the heroic entrance, and the smite coming in from Nio. The Crescent Guard's buying a lot of space, a lot of time.
Oh, wow.
But here comes Cube with the massive flank. The Crocodile comes through the jungle. You didn't know they came from there, but that's a 1,000-pound beast that just be, even though he had backup up here, maybe giving Karis a little bit of false confidence. This heroic entrance is there and available. They're going to go straight on to Karis. Karis tries to flash. That was wonky as heck as he goes down anyways in the side lane, and the turret's going to fall too.
Yeah, I mean, Karis trying to defend this tower by any means necessary. He knew that he was going to be dove there, but he wanted to find some kind of outplay. Unfortunately, his fingers were not... I mean, that would be pretty crazy if he's coming up with
disgusting.
that. But yeah, this is Karis, so I mean, I wouldn't put it past him. Unfortunately, whatever he was going for there was not quite it, and we're going to have Top Esports up 2 Drakes, if I'm not mistaken. With there being no top tower on the side of WE, they want to fight down here.
He just goes for the engage there, flashes all willy-nilly, and the rest of the team's going to follow right up onto a bout. He's down, and the lead continues for Top Esports.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to need to see that again if we can, but I think About just accidentally mispositioned or something. I mean, I think he was fine, then he like flashed, or I need to see that again, but they want to go offense here onto Jachi.
Cube's going to come over, though. He's got that big shield now.
Start up this Rift Herald as WE, but I think with Yao Yao having to burn his flash defensively there, all of a sudden Top Esports wants to contest.
They do. Instant engage from Monkey with the bullet time over top. He goes for the cease and desist right onto Jiachi, who doesn't have much, but he does have a couple bullets left in the tank, and Monkey will fall. The Rift Herald resets, and now there's a little bit of an all-in play on bot side. Creep about to get 1v1 by Cube, and he goes down, and Cube survives.
Super well played to Cube. We got more coming up here.
Nio. He's just dead in the Rift Herald pit. Miscommunication and some stumbles from Top Esports. They'll still come out the better for it, but the Rift Herald is still alive.
I knew they had it in them, Mazal. There's more chaos to come. As much as Top Esports was in the driver's seat, WE wants to do some driving of their own. About gonna get to live, but
he has no
it helps him stack his passive. Making sure he can get
bold for Nio. That's real bold. Your top laner is backing.
Yeah, he's a bit in no man's land.
Oh,
Same with 369.
He just dies to Karis. You just gave gold to an Akali, a 3-kill Akali.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of no man's land, I mean, we're seeing back-to-back-to-back mistakes out of Top Esports. Don't make it 4.
I mean, it's looking like that number is about to count up. Where's Jin now when you need him? As About's coming down the long way, but he has a lot of distance here to cover. Looking to use that arcane shift, and unfortunately doesn't hit the essence flux, but does have the distance to keep peppering these mystic shots. One more will do it, and Cream doesn't even sidestep it. He goes down. He knew what was coming. Meanwhile, you had Karis fall to a Nio in a solo bolo, and now you have Jachi taking mid lane.
Yeah, we're back, Mazel. We're so back. I know those first 10 minutes.
We're so back.
We're a little bit, slow and steady, but no, slow and steady is out the window, man. We are going back to the Agents of Chaos. I mean, look, we're clicking forward. Like, you never know. Like, any given moment could be more combat.
You never know. You never
really
know.
Don't with this stuff. So this is exciting. I mean, let's see. Taking stock of all that, Karis dying to Nio is the most fascinating part of it all. Xin Zhao will just gap close with the red buff and the E. So he tries to make it over the wall to build enough distance. Doesn't make it. And now we're going to have another fight, more than likely.
I mean, if WE take this one, it puts a halt to Top Esports trying to stack the Dragons, but they didn't do it in time. Now Top Esports are here, but it's finally going to be smote away by Monkey. He will give his life for it, though, and the bullet time comes across, but he dies in the middle of it. Now Cube has hit dominance, and he will look for it. It's going to be Karis trying to get away from Nio. He's a little bit low now, but Cube could be the one to clean this up with About. 4 members of Top Esports strong, though, as they have picked apart the separation of WE, and now are going to look to chase down About. 369 might have the distance to cover this, and Feng Yue going for the stun. It's going to be About falling to top.
I'll say this, okay? I'll say this. Dies, well, fortunately, you don't need Jachi for the rest of this fight once 369 shows up.
369 is doing some massive work on this Gwen, and we see picture-in-picture now into live view as 369 going again to work, but he's a little bit trouble here. Karis could try to get him down. That True Shot Barrage hitting about, hits another auto. That's going to be a big pick now, big damage down for Top Esports as they continue to try to fight. Jhachi is now able to bounce in between multi-targets here and get so much extra damage as a double kill comes through for him. He's trying to earn his place and earn his name, but he's about to earn a death by About's hand as another one bites the dust. It's going to be Top Esports trying to run away now, but they have Karis, Yao Yao, and About breathing down their neck, and they're going to have beef for dinner as that's a double kill for About.
I'm pretty sure About did like 5,000 damage there. You saw that there was just 4 of the enemy champs from Top Esports just chilling in the red buff pit, and About is just wailing on them, as you say, peppering them with those mystic shots. Mystic shot after mystic shot, just slowly and steadily just getting them lower and lower until he finds his moment to strike, taking Jhachi's name and the rest of them with him.
And About was a a big character. I feel like that's a big spike for the MF, and they need to utilize it well. The engage is super important from both sides. Monkey has the tool for WE. Fengyue and Nio have the tools for Top Esports. Dragon started. Top Esports want to get Soul Point. They see Karis on the side here on this flank. Got to be a little bit careful about the entrances you use.
Eyes on About and Jhachi.
Nio was looking to go for a little bit of a fight, but now they're looking for a 50-50. Monkey gets punted over the wall by Fengyue, and now Nio, actually Jhachi, will secure another objective for his team as he takes the dragon. There's a big bullet time on the Cube. Cube barely survived, but then died. Now Karis is on the back line all by himself, and some of these health bars are not kicking for WE. It's going to be About now the only answer with damage here, as it's going to be a couple Essence Fluxes, a couple Mystic Shots, but a couple misses, and a triple kill for Nio. He's looking for a Quadra as a jungler, and he's going to get it here. About has nothing left, and a Quadra kill for Nio.
Yeah, Nio went from 2-10 to 8-1. He's totally reversing the script going into this game 2, being the problem to the solution. Nio here just completely taking over, even getting the thing is, right, how is About going to deal any damage? I mean, Jhachi's going to be too far. Karis might just die first.
He's going to get taunted. TP's coming in with Desperation. That's going to be Cube joining, but he might just join to his death as 4 members of Top Esports survive and come along here to try to get their own crocodile kill. As it's going to be a little bit of time bought. Meanwhile, it is WE who are pushing that mid lane. It's going to be the heroic entrance used to mid lane, though, to try to get a pit. Cream did join the defense there, and they finally took down the monster croc in the side lane. Cube goes down.
Yeah, on the bright side for WE, of course, the bot lane is as far as it can be from the Baron, so while they do have these members dead, they might be able to respawn on time to contest this Baron, because you know Top has their eyes on this prize.
Gonna try to start it up now. They don't really have anything else to fight for, as we see that picture-in-picture. Beautiful heroic entrance actually saving Jhachi's life as Top Esports circle around the wagons. Gonna get the big purple worm with no contest coming through here from WE besides the True Shot Barrage. And that'll be a Baron power play going to Top.
Yeah, and if they get this Drake, it's pretty much all she wrote. So you gotta come up with something.
You're going to try to go into the defensive tools. As they do get Cream down, the bullet time's going to buy time for Cream to come out of that stasis and get over to his team. Meanwhile, Nio is running rampant on the backline. Big crescent guard into the heroic entrance, and it does not matter what you try, WE. Nio will find you either way. That's going to be a big missed engage from WE and a triple kill for Jhachi.
Yeah, and that's probably going to end the game here and now. This Gwen champ is just going to be able to one-shot the towers, as you can see. And I just don't think there's enough time to possibly stop this. I mean, they're pretty far from the Nexus towers, but the respawns, Mizel, their respawns are just so long. Looks like we're going from a best of 5 to a best of 3.
It does look like that as they come to close this Nexus down. It's going to be About with a final stand that goes down. Top Esports emote comes out as the ace comes through for Top Esports, and it's going 1-1 in this best of 5.
Oh yeah, we're going to have the most to do so with the Kiana, with the Leona, even with the Aurora being able to generate some moves into the side lane. Of course, Talia with the Weaver's Wall, going to be kind of the apex roamer.
Oh, just yet.
Karis in a really vulnerable position. I don't know if they know about Monkey.
Got the Weaver's Wall available. They didn't know about Monkey. Well, they knew about Nio, and That'll be a big pick here as Karis gets first blood for WE. A little bit of a rebuttal from Cream, but
Yao Yao. I think that could be the angle. Try and get this Leona to 6 before this Shen and really fight on that timer.
Threat of the move pushed Nio back, and now Cream's gonna get Cataclysm to death. A second kill for Karis.
Even more difficult for all these dashers.
Gonna try to punish him here. Nice seismic shove in. They do still have 3 members strong and the damage to back it up. Karis goes down. There's gonna be a counter play. Oh, Yao Yao misses the drag, or at least the monkey flag and drag misses as well, but Yao Yao's charge does end up missing as well. They won't find the play they wanted. They're gonna look for a little bit of plates on the pot side, but they'll be down here for a long while and potentially setting up for top esports to come reinforce, as Feng Yue is gonna have to flash over the wall to get away.
Yeah, and the thing with League of Legends games is you attack on one side, you expose yourself on another. Sure, top esports get to play in mid, but now their bot lane needs
play
some
connects
answers.
onto about. That's going to be the cleanse burn. They're just burning all damage onto Cream, and without that transition, there is no extra strength down here towards this bot side. It's going to be a combination now. Karis coming over with the Weaver's Wall. This could be a 4v2 in the end, and nobody is nearby to help. They have been left on an island, and they're about to starve, taking poke damage, and it didn't even matter. They didn't even need any extra filling. That's going to be WE making a counterplay after counterplay on the bot side. They're going to kill Feng Yue right before the TP even gets there, and Nio Hash. Karis is trying to find a little latent seismic shove. Doesn't have it now, though, and his team is getting engaged on. Would want to have that cooldown. Chains of Corruption does come through, though, and About is starting to work some damage into there. Big Supreme display of talent around the Cataclysm, but he used it, and it didn't matter in the end. Jiachi is starting to fire away the flash from About to try to get the Q, and it's going to be Monkey that slams him down. Cream now looking for the redemption plays here for top esports, but it's going to be a double kill that came through for WE. Some extra gold.
Display of talent's range there, and Jiachi versus About. Thankfully, Jiachi levels up here, because that was ugly, but they both go down. Here we go again. Out's
starting to do some serious damage right now, and had a lot of hand in that last fight as Nio's flashing away from the hail of arrows. Karis is the one that gets engaged on now by Jiachi and Co. Meanwhile, Monkey's looking for his own solo kills still in this fight, but top esports have surrounded WE, and About is going to be surrounded now as well, as that's going to be Solar Flare coming down. That's going a little bit wide. Nio goes down, but it'll be a couple quick kills going to Jiachi.
I just have no words, man. I mean, circulated and surrounded like sharks, and they just get taken out one by one. It's impressive they even traded a kill back here. I'm not gonna lie.
Bounce doing some serious work here. I think in that other fight, if he had been able to hit a couple more abilities there, unfortunately, he would have maybe made the difference and not found himself at this point. But it is going to be top esports continuing to snowball as they have all 5 quests completed. We're still waiting on 3, at least 2 now, that Monkey has completed his from WE. That dragon will finally fall 14 minutes and 45 seconds in. Monkey is overextended once again. That's the instant flash solar flare by Feng Yue, but I don't think they have the damage to follow it up, and now Feng Yue will just die for it. A piercing arrow, big combo comes through. Monkey does try to go for the follow-up, but it's just picks and takes over and over again.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just a bit baffled that Feng Yue really saw something there. That's why I had to react the way I did, because that did not seem to have the most promise to it. But I mean, you gotta respect someone who's got some sort of a killer instinct to be willing to flash in like that. You just kind of gotta, how can I explain it? You just gotta make sure that that killer instinct is under control. You know, you don't want to be flashing forward when it's not a good time.
Oh, About. That's the Supreme display of talent going to be dodged out of now. They still have a lot of damage to put onto About. About falls to Cream as he goes between worlds and becomes another beast, as now it's going to be a big unstoppable onslaught onto the backline for Cube. He is tanking a decent amount as Monkey comes in and gets 369. That's a big power tool down. WE still trying to move in, but zombie mode Cube is about to fall. Feng Yue getting low but not going down. He's still alive, not going down just yet, and a double kill comes across for Jiachi.
The opportunity he needs to prove what he's made of and carry, but we can't see it right now. We can for a moment there, but Cream's inventory, the next chance we get to take a look at it, I want you to tell me what you think, okay?
What's wrong here? He's got the match eyes. I like that.
You like that? I like that
it.
a lot.
10
so
stacks.
I think that says that he's a Giga Chad ready to prove that he belongs in the group ascent.
Oh, Cube getting chased down, gets the Supreme display of talent out of Nio. He's still so damn tanky, and Nio actually has to retreat as the Stand United comes down. and WE save their top laner.
Yeah, saving the top laner at the price of the Stand United is a pretty hefty cost to pay, but it's better than nothing because you do have a lot of tempo into this top side now. You can see Talia Jarvan. I suppose Monkey was able to...
He tried to flag and drag, kill the back with the eye, but then he got
gonna give them an opportunity to fight this. Talia pinging onto the top tower. Looks like he wants his team to buy him more time. It's really awkward because sometimes you don't get extra time, but you really want it. So let's see what Karis decides to do.
He needs to come try to join the fight. If they already got the Between Worlds coming through, I mean, the Dragon just freely goes over to top Esports, and you get the rejoin from 369. No,
this is fine too, though.
WE, they do go for that side lane gold, try to chunk back some of this lead, and they do get the turret as well in the top lane.
Yeah, so in my head, it's really fine to be giving away objectives as long as you're getting something worth about the same, and they want more.
They go for the Weaver's Wall, and Jhachi will end up moving away from it. There'll be some more plates coming their way. Monkey's going to get slowed down by the Solar Flare, and now all in with the Scream to play a talent. Although they do lose the front line, it's going to be Cream come to join the fight. He's not got Between Worlds just yet, but he's got a decent amount of damage now that he's got 2.5 items completed. It will still be WE who find the fight. 369 has finally joined as well, and he's just going to poke into the back of Cube. But top Esports get caught with their hand in the cookie jar a little bit. Oh
yeah, I mean,
God, he does
so Cube die here? He's taking a
pick on the mini Gnar. Now Dragon spawning in 15 seconds. Some tools down, but a lot available for top Esports.
Yeah, top has everything they need to steamroll this next fight. You have to be so careful as WE walking this far forward.
Looks like Monkey just wants to take the engage. They go straight onto Feng Yue, who flashes away from the sides of Shove. It's going to be the Between Worlds from Cream, going back and forth. Monkey goes for the Cataclysm, but it gets instantly pounced on. Jhachi is starting to rip through as 369 finds the back line. He's not Mega, but he's going to try to go for it now. He's trying to get Yao Yao, but he's trying to peel back for the rest of his team. He goes for Karis and just gets the guaranteed kill. Meanwhile, you get a snipe coming through from about. He's able to get one there, but top Esports will back away. Dragon is still alive, but it is blood on the battlefield as 369 goes for the flank.
So close from Karis to be able to kill one of those backliners there. I think he was like 1 HP from killing Nio. Doesn't quite get it. That's a really big deal because that would have enabled them to most likely secure the Drake. I know that this Gnar is up 3,000 gold and extremely threatening, but if you have the numbers, you can probably make something happen there. We're going to have Shenalt come up off cooldown. I'm pretty sure this whole game, the Shenalt hasn't been visually indicating when it's on cooldown. I would imagine it's coming up off cooldown pretty soon here. You can't really contest this, unfortunately. He might be able to get some kills on the back half, though.
Put some bodies in here. It's going to be taken by Nio, and Feng Yue, I think,
Monkey?
Monkey sacrificial lamb. A little bit of disconnect here between the team because top Esports wanted to leave, and then they don't get out. Monkey gets obliterated by the combo, the solo laners, and meanwhile, Jhachi is trying to make his highlight play and posterize About. About does get out with the flash, but now Jhachi can lay waste to the rest of his team. No ADC in sight for WE means all for naught as top Esports wipe the floor with them, and they go straight to the Baron.
Super, super aggressive from the side of WE. I mean, I can almost see it, but I think Monkey portaling in was just a one-way ticket. I'm not gonna lie. I think as soon as you Jackie Love, I mean, I swear, he is doing really well for himself this game. He finds his 1v1 onto About in the backside of that fight.
Oh, no!
Uh-oh.
It's come back in, and WE have lost more bodies. About falls in the Baron pit almost.
Seemingly in the fashion of top Esports. They're everything they need to secure this win now and bring us to the match point from down 0-1 at the start.
And it's finally a performance worth being proud of, it feels like, in a lot of ways for Jhachi, and a guy who is fighting for a spot, who is that kind of temporary sub while they figure out what is going on with Jackie Love and how long that break is going to be. And it's moments like this that give you hope for what he can be in the LPL, but it's the consistency that matters, and closing this game out with an 11,000 gold lead for top Esports seems to be easy peasy as Monkey almost gets killed in the mid lane as well. He has his GA up. He will, and WE are left wanting, honestly.
Yeah, and they've been left wanting for the longest time, it feels like, and I can't help but say it, but it just feels like Karis was so close to securing some of these kills and some of these fights. I think back to that fight at the Dragon, that fight at the Grubs, if Karis just aims his Q a little bit better,
Oh my
he
God,
wouldn't
About is
have
dead.
About dying to Cream in one hit right now. The games, they would be so different, but unfortunately for WE, this is probably it.
It's not like About is a slouch. He was first in so many different stat categories at the end of the split. He was a potential prodigy, it felt like, for WE, but now they have just been laid waste across the entire.
Yunara's not even here, by the way.
It's going to be Top Esports looking to put the final nails in the coffin of this game. Jhachi is just trying to end the game at this point. He wants to come get a couple of little kills here, though. He's got to transcend oneself, and he's looking to pop off. He's going to get one. He's going to go for two. He's going to help get a double kill for 369, who looks to finish the game. And Top Esports, seemingly awoken from their Game 1 slumber, will put us on to match point in our first best of 5.
I mean, I think Twisted Fate, it's definitely pretty tough. The Syndra does outrange at all times. You'll actually see quite often people pick Syndra into Twisted Fate, so he's definitely asking for trouble there. But towards the bot side to really help out About and Yao Yao. They're using it for vision
gonna be
here.
popped.
Wow.
They are going to try to come in. He's going deep. He gets stopped in the mid lane by the Scatter of the Weak, and now the bubble comes in. Enough time for WE to get a kill. There's a kill that goes back to Jhachi as he gets one. Now it's Cream coming over, but a yellow card connects on a Karis, and a double kill comes through for About. You wanted him to step up. At least he gets a couple kills, but now Jhachi is trying to chase down Yao Yao for an extra one. Going to flash at the lethal tempo, cleanses, and uses the 90 caliber net to get the kill.
Yeah, I mean, Jhachi flashing and cleansing to kill some Mind Namis that really are beautiful to see. You love to see it. I mean, looks like they might have some offense here too.
Monkey, that needs investigating.
A little too
You can
much.
see the idea, but the execution unfortunate as yellow card comes out from Karis to buy some space from Nio, who found him in transition in the jungle, and Karis will get the power unleashed upon him. Top Esports try to utilize this bot lane lead as Cream.
Ooh, nice move.
Use a Scatter of the Weak. Does have Feng Yue coming over. Yao Yao is there too. But we have Collector already completed here for Jhachi, as Destiny's going to be used with the gate, and they're going to use the yellow card straight down onto him. As Feng Yue will go falling, and it looks like
the flash that Nio responded to Monkey, like, these players are just so
scary.
good.
Oh, Monkey is in a world of hurt now. He's going to try to run away, but he is not nearly tanky enough at this point, and his top laner kind of just left him to the wolves there as he had to clear that wave. And that is another moment of Monkey's overextension, over-aggression. And he
but really, really looking difficult. I'm not gonna lie. Can't sugarcoat this.
got a little bit more damage in. That's definitely a kill, as Jhachi is looking for the turret here. Another undersung thing about Caitlyn is the turret damage that still exists in this champion's kit. And Nio was just there for easy measures, as the push will still continue. A 4-0 Jhachi, and the almost 2,000 gold advantage for Top Esports as Tidal Wave comes through. The ship goes a little bit wide. He's going to get yellow carded, instantly cleanses, and that's why you take the summoner. A rocket goes through. Karis wants to chase. Karis wants to kill. Yellow card comes through, and he survives, but he's going to go straight into Cream, scatters the Weak, and Feng Yue should be able to clean that kill up. Now Cream goes for the power unleashed on About. About is gone. Feng Yue just playing with his food as Karis dies to the minions. And that's going to be Yao Yao getting chased over the wall. Creep flashes for it, says, I need this kill, but gets bubbled instead.
Okay, hear me out. Wait, don't hear me out. Okay, hear me out. That's his life, About's life, all the spells involved with doing so. But suddenly, Cream, with his aggression, and my coach actually told me about this too, sometimes you need to ignore the free kills on your screen and just save your
take an objective in trade. They have now gotten the 3 grubs and the Rift Herald, much better stance than they were in game number 3, while a second dragon has once again gone to Top Esports.
Yeah, the dragons are always very daunting to see on the scoreboard. Windows arise in this next 4 minutes.
And another little thing, Cloud Dragon is extremely useful to both of these comps, as Destiny will be popped with the gate, and Nio trying to find his escape. That's going to be a yellow card straight into the waiting arms of Cube, and that's going to be Karis finding a kill on Nio.
That's exactly what you want as this WE comp here, to be using the TF ult as frequently as you can. I'm pretty sure that he barely was level 11, that initial TF ult onto Jhachi. That extra CDR in the ulti is extremely beneficial because I don't even think Top Esports expected that. That was a really fast sequence of 2 TF ultis. We have another play here.
Goes into a 1v4 here.
No flash.
He's going to have to flash out the wall. He will end up getting away for now, but some questionable decisions from Top Esports as Cream will do his due diligence and take the side lane turret.
Yeah, so Top is having a pretty big gold lead here. They really want to defend this mid lane tower with their lives. This is such an important objective, is the stance of this mid lane tower. It just gives you such a big beacon of safety. But I fear they're not going to be able to defend this tower on this particular push. And this going down could be really bad and spell some danger here for WE.
And this is the conversation I had earlier, is like, how do Top Esports transition this advantage into a win? That's always been the question.
You got to see him stay alive.
Okay, he's going to get engaged on beautifully. Dodges out of the yellow card. Unfortunately, 369 has now put himself in a very precarious position. He gets yellow carded and just almost fully taking down the shield. I don't think is going to be enough. That's going to be a big kill going over to Cube, too.
And the Roa proc. He doesn't have the luxury of that time. Top Esports wants to fight right now, presumably.
Team has not been involved much. He's been in the side lane. He's finally coming over. It's going to be the yellow card that connects. Feng Yue getting very low. Like you said, Elise losing value as we see it. Dragon goes over to WE. They stop the stacking, and Top Esports, they are puzzled. Do they go in? Do they leave? They're going to get Destiny gated on the other side, too, with the tidal wave over top of them. Top Esports, they're trying to lose a little bit of faculty coming in here. It's going to be the Grim Deliverance coming in on a 2. And WE, they are strong together. We saw that from game number 1, and they're showing it in game number 4.
I was a bit concerned they would do something they're not supposed to do, something overzealous in nature. This might be that, though.
They're going to just start up the Baron here, and they do have some defense if they want to. Try to just pull the trigger back on the Jiachi and Cream. Looks like they want to try to commit. Monkey's getting low. About's getting low. Jiachi going to cleanse. Does get a rocket to the back, but the power unleash goes through. Meanwhile, Feng Yue had tried to save Jiachi, but Cube cleaned him up, and he is Zahen now with a double kill, and he has been untouched.
Jiachi didn't even have to burn any sums here. Karis decided to target 369. It was kind of a interesting, but the right choice. Most likely might be the president of Team WE if Jiachi is that for Top Esports. See some aggression here.
Hey, they're going to try to get him. They do get the slowdown from the buckler. He's going to try to put down a little bit of a stopping point with the trap, but it's not enough cupcakes, and it's not enough time. WE execute Jiachi right out from under his turret, and now WE looking for a little bit of a play here on the Cream. Karis going to clear the side waves, and it's going to be Baron o'clock for WE.
Yeah, it might look like Karis wasted the ulti there, but I honestly kind of like it because you're helping fix that wave state for the rest of this play. There's definitely more to this. You know that Top Esports wants to contest.
Vision. Io just walks straight into the meat grinder as Grim Deliverance buffers the scatter of the week at least. I don't think Nio's in any position to try to steal this away. He is not even going to try to find himself on the wall. He's a little bit low. He's going to try to potentially go over. He's not. He decides to stay, and the Baron buff will be on 5 members here unless they can find a pick on a Karis. Uses another yellow card beautifully as Nio was thinking about going in, but now you've got Zahen just tanking up everything. Cube was looking for backline access. 369 was looking for backline access, but can't find his ticket. Now Jiachi is finally coming up
some of these towers. I don't think you're ever really ending on this Baron power play unless you get a huge overstep from one of the carries of Top Esports, a huge pick of that nature. But you can really make these next 2 minutes count if you're WE.
Siege will probably continue. Nio will have to use a step to get away. And it's going to be massive damage on the turret with the Baron push with the 3 grubs, and they almost take About down. Oh, Ace in the hole is going to be blocked by Monkey. And he's going to be aggressed on by the entirety of WE besides Karis.
Destiny is popped.
They want to see who's coming to answer. And for Top Esports, that was nobody answering the door. So the door will be knocked down. Tier 2 down. Doesn't really have much value after that. 369 taking a brunt of damage from About, who has come online with his own build. And it's Top Esports playing a weird 3-2 setup, but it's just going to be a full engage from WE with the tidal wave. 369 is blocking a lot of damage here, but gets locked down by the Keeper's Verdict. there at least, and that'll still be a full engage from Cube with that Grim Deliverance. It's still going to be Cream falling, about getting low, but nobody from WE falls. And you know what the biggest trend that we're seeing here? I'm seeing all 5 of WE's members within 2 pixels of each other. It's crazy how the similarity is from game number 1.
Yeah, as long as they're on the same screen, they can just put in menacing amounts of work as a unit. I mean, this 5-man Wrecking Ball is just absolutely taking over Top Esports. It looked like at a lot of the points in this early game that this comp was not going to be able to do this, but they've really come online now, and it's extremely difficult to play as Top. Kara's going aggro.
I don't see any way of Top Esports getting out of this one. This is a troubling state to be, but a beautiful state if you're a fan of the LPL. The 3-man knockup from Monkey is going to help them succeed. It's going to be huge, as the combo, the Steadfast Presence plus the Keeper's Verdict. Going to be really massive there, and they're going to retreat back to the Baron, potentially start this one up with the amount of damage they have.
Yeah, Monkey wants to go to 5 games. I mean, I remember when he had those 3 deaths, he didn't have nearly as many assists. You know, he was kind of instinct in this early game. He locked in Mazel. He has been playing out of his mind. So has the rest of his team. They should be completely fine here, but maybe not.
Gonna back off now. Grim Deliverance going to be popped. They're trying to kill him before the passive. The Power Unleash goes down. Now Monkey,
they're not
getting low. He wanted to save Cube, but Cube might be his doom. A double kill coming through for Cream as he has finally almost hit that threshold. He's 120 stacks.
To be honest, from WE, I don't know. I thought they could have finished the Baron maybe, or if they were to turn, that it wasn't going to look like that. I think they were on different pages altogether. Cube just getting completely caught out there.
Buff Siege is continuing. The power play about 2,000 gold, but it's going to get even higher. Destiny going to be popped. No gate, though. They just want the info.
Yeah, I'm getting some info here. I feel like you want to use the gate at least somewhere. Maybe to like. You also have Keeper's Verdict, mind you. A really good tool for these kind of fights. But here we go.
Coming in. That's going to be Cube joining the long game. Top Esports need to do something. Cyclone is down. Monkey goes for the play in the middle. Cube has found the back line now as well. 369 trying to find his exit. Grim Deliverance delivers Cube straight to the back line, and that's going to be everyone for Top Esports falling. It looks like we have our moment. We have WE finding the picks after picks against Top Esports, and now they're banging on the front door.
Yeah, it looked like the posturing from Top Esports was completely allowed, completely legal, but WE says, nope, in our book, this is a crime, bro, and they take them all out. Only Nio left to stand here and watch. His Guardian Angel will not save him, nor his Nexus. We're gonna go the distance to 5 games.
Kara said, hold my drink, guys. I'm taking the TF, and we are running it through Top Esports. A WE flash of the emote as the ace comes through, and we have Silver Scrapes.
To even pick him out if possible. So it's going to be all up to Karis to help use his high agency champion this game.
He's got a lot of things. That's going to be double bombs called. As 369 going low, it's going to be Cube that tries to get the kill on him, but Nio hit level 6, gets the kill. First blood for Top.
Yeah, I expected there to be some combat propel him into a really good state now with a 500 gold lead and counting for this top and jungle.
Having their 1.3k up. We'll lose a little bit of that after Dragon goes over to WE, but it's going over to help Monkey take the first scrub. That's going to be the Paranoia used straight onto a bout. He's going to back off with the final chapter being popped. There's going to be Mom called from Cream. Monkey's getting a little bit low, but he's got that regen coming through. Karis goes for the quickness. There's going to be Jachi popping that lightning, but it's going to be Cube with his own lightning strikes. It's like Zeus in the sky of this best of 5. It's Cream that overextends, but he has to flash away, and he is fine. Grubs will be restarted potentially by both of these teams, and the execute's going to be huge, but it's all about the actual personal execution. Speaking of, a little bit of personal vendetta towards the top side as 369 goes into pool at the exact time, and Nio just up his
go all the way up to the sky and see the 2 dragons flying at each other, one of them being a literal clone or something. I don't know how Karis manages to do that. You know, how Silas can steal someone's mom. That seems pretty interesting. But anyways, first blood tower is actually a really big deal. This Vladimir is going to be even more accelerated, Mazel.
How awesome is it to see a vintage Vlad from 369, a guy as storied as time?
Yeah, I mean, Cream has over 200 stacks for now. WE, they want to pull off a heist here, get this dragon and not die.
You get a lot of stacks
really
from this skirmish too. Every time he hits an ability, he gets stacks. He's getting closer and closer as Nio comes over the paranoia. He's going to go for the 50-50. It's going to go the way of Monkey. He secures the palace, but can they save everyone inside? It's WE looking to make this stand here at the dragon. They've already got 3 of them, but they're losing health bars. Monkey is healing. He's got the Yumi on top of him, but no longer. The cat has abandoned him, and so has the rest of WE.
Ooh, not bad at all. You got the smite fight, and Vladimir just expended the flash. He might even go down.
369.
Oh no.
That was a mistake.
That was a huge mistake. That was even a blunder, if I may go as far as to say. This Vladimir with the 2K gold lead, being the extremely fed and ahead top laner. He didn't quite piece that cosmic drive together yet, and gosh, that's really good for WE. Everything that just happened.
Cream is gonna hit. This might be
all that real, especially also because Cream generating extra gold just in general with the cull and such with the range versus melee. I think compositionally, WE is looking pretty good right now.
Top Esports trying to threaten over this dragon. The dragon is soul for them. Monkey is overextended, and executions are coming for them. It might not be Elder Dragon, but his wings might soar just as high. Here it comes again. Another call from Mom, but it's not going to hit this time around. Karis tries to go ham, but only gets 1 cube. Now immediately pops the Slicing Maelstrom to get away from Cream, and WE have turned tail.
The problem is you need this soul to win, but I don't think it gets easier. You need to get this soul now. There is no later.
He's got the improved blast gun, wants to make an entrance through the dragon pit. He's going to hold. He's going to wait. They're going to wait till they see the whites of their eyes. There goes the engaged Slicing Maelstrom onto the back line, and WE, they might have just found it. They needed the damage there, and they got it, but now it's 369 and Nio, who should even up the score.
It looked so beautiful, reminiscent of Faker versus BLG, but it just wasn't enough because About and Yao Yao and Monkey get taken out on into this 5th dragon.
Indeed, a little bit of the scaling coming online as Paranoia going to pop straight onto About. He's the one that has the lead right now for WE, and he is eviscerated by 369 as the Vampire comes for it all. It's Top Esports taking down 3 big ones from WE.
Yeah, and it all comes crashing down with About being in a very vulnerable position, pincered beautifully by Nio and 369. This Baron is completely gone. Now it's just a question of, can you salvage the rest of the game state to give yourself a chance to secure this soul? Because now TES is in the completely advantageous position to carry out the rest of this game. Now it's definitely do or die on this Dragon Soul.
WE have been in this position before. The format was different last year, especially for split number.
About 80 seconds left. This is really difficult to execute.
He's going to try to walk at people. This is his signature, but look how much damage he takes from Cream and Co. The execution, it's not enough, but Nio has come back into the fight. Cream, he's trying to get something going. There's Mom called as well, but it's not in time. You have WE trying to make a little bit of a play here. Cube still has a health bar, but he is just there with Yao Yao, and Yao Yao, the last kitten on campus. It's WE gone from the map, and Top Esports taking 8,000 gold lead.
We're looking at about 30-second, if not more, death timers across the board, but alas, they cannot end the game as Top Esports. Their comp
first best of 5 to bring out his classic Vlad. It's going to be a continued push. I think, again, though, the thing that's been making all of this work is you have the execute factor of Cream, that at 18 minutes into the game, Smolder hit his stacks, and
you're just going to get Nocturne ulted and Rakan and Vladimir ulted. And
the Zeke's convergence here for Nio, too. They're going to go for the play.
He's going to use the Zeke's right now.
He's a little bit of distraction. There's the Zeke's coming in, and even Cube cannot stand against the might that is the all-darkening Top Esports.
Yeah, and that's why theories are just theories, because sometimes when push comes to shove, the theory does not hold true. And with Sivir being dead here, it's almost impossible to defend this push, this onslaught that Top Esports is bringing. They really had a long series here, taking us through a chaotic 5 games, but they want to end it here and now.
They found themselves as champions of Split 1 in 2025. Then they found themselves in the Knights Rivals play-ins in 2026. But that is all for naught now that they look to claim their spot in the playoffs, in that group ascend for split 2, and all they have to do is knock down WE a couple more pegs, as now it's going to be top esports actually backing away because they don't have the minions. A little bit of healing coming in from 369 as he should heal a chunk of damage there. It'll be Feng Yu dying, and that should be the re-engage from Q that finds a couple kills.
Mazal, I don't think this was how that was supposed to go. It looks like WE has absolutely everything they could possibly be hoping for taking place right now. Cube wants to take out Cream here, meaning they're probably going to get the Baron Nashor either which way. That was a generational throw if I've ever seen one.
You just disrespected WE. And now you got to make sure that you're in time for this next Dragon fight, as they will have the Baron buff. They'll have many pushing lanes, and WE show a little bit of life.
Yeah, WE out of absolutely nowhere. Almost getting their Nexus Zillion ulted or something. I've never seen anything like it. They're just fully back in the game now. And, I mean, the plus 1K is going around, too. That just feels so good.
It does. And now, 8,000 gold up still. Dragon in 20 seconds. Baron on WE. Top Esports got to find a plan. And maybe it's just to pick Monkey out. One more big fight, and they just win the game. Monkey needs to get out. He's healing so much from the regen from his ult. Also getting the final chapter out of Yao Yao. That's all the tools they have. Cube looking for an angle now. They go try to get in the backline. The quickness comes through, though. You have bomb called as well. So much healing coming down, but Cream has started to cook. And Cream has started to plan as he gets another couple kills.
I mean, surely that's it, right? Like, you would imagine that this is enough to end the game. Feng Yu being down, it is technically a 3v4 here, but I just can't imagine Kennen and Mundo can prevent them from getting this wave to the Nexus and ending it here and now.
They just need to push one more time. Again, they were champions in Split 1 last year, and now they just need to make their mark on these playoffs. They need to earn that spot in Group Ascend, and they will do so. One last gasp effort from WE, but Top Esports remain at the top of the table. They turn onto the Nexus, and they turn on a Game 5 win.
Another big pick for Zhuo. You can tell, however, that IG did end up going exactly as we predicted. They drafted a bit of a safer bot lane for themselves that...
You can see that Sobro is doing a really good job at just staying healthy as Wei is wrapped around and is potentially looking for Awesome.
Awesome does have flash.
Oh, he
Can
failed
flash
his
the
flash.
thick wall, but Zhuo jumps right on top of him, and Awesome's maybe. One of the rough parts about this is that it was an avoidable mistake, something that NIP have been really good about controlling from their side. They're actually going to try and force an error in this mid lane, and will do so. Rookie steps up.
On the top side as well, so he's not going to be able to contest. NIP also don't have a counter punch on the other side because the grubs haven't spawned, but Sobro is walking really far up.
Juan's coming up. Soboro should be dead here. Flash available still for the Rumble. Waiting to try and dodge the stun, but Guan does not give him that opportunity.
And allowing him to make plays with his jungler.
Care coming up top.
Seconds. Yep.
Now comes the Realm Warp, and Soboro still having Flash is going to use it underneath the tower. Cares tanking and will manage to just walk this one out. Laner's really notable as well. Hoya up just about 1,000, but is going to walk into the brush as Wei goes for an engage onto Guan. It is Hoya and Soboro fighting just above them. Rookie does try and rotate up to support, but Hoya will be able to finish off the kill on Soboro in the jungle. An unfortunate step, but an understandable one. Let's see if these bullets hit towards the bot side. Potek flashes in the brush, and he steps out right into the final shot in the top side right now and has to teleport back into lane as Guan goes for another gank in the mid lane right now. Rookie stunned in a tower, and Guan flashes on him on cooldown. Rookie does flash himself to try and get away, but Care was tanking the tower the whole time, and they're going to get out of that place scot-free. NIP grab a kill.
A lot of resources expended there by NIP. Care, notably in the health department, is very low for his team.
It's certainly been a good news story for the J4, but when I'm noticing the way that NIP position, I don't feel like they are losing control of these drafts.
All things considered, we talked about the lack of front line. As hold that thought, we're just going to keep going crazy on Sobro.
Sobro is flashless. He can do literally nothing.
Goes down easily to top it all off, but I think that NIP are going for this more bloodthirsty style as it just doesn't stop. It just does not stop.
Tempered Fate landing pretty bad for a Rookie, but no stun connects onto him. Is he gonna try and actually take this Bard down? He might still be able to do it. Miasma yet to come out, but Zhuo will walk away, as will Rookie. Guan, maybe not so lucky, will manage to dash just out of the range of headbutt from Zhui. Wei reconsidering the engage as well, but this mid...
To stack that item quicker because Care already has 2 stacks on his Roa. With the Rise.
With the Blast Cone, but will instead get over to safety. A wise
Teleport.
choice. Awesome. Going head-to-head with Photic in the mid lane. This time is going to pull out the curtain call again. Does this go as poorly for Photic as it did the first time? It will not. Flash once again expended on the ultimate cooldown. Perhaps with their inexperience against teams like IG, are worried about converting on the gold lead that they had around this draft.
Certainly is. Mountain Soul going to do a lot in just tanking up these IG members from getting one shot in the fights. Guan is still looking for plays.
Perfect will connect. I don't think this is the engage. Even Care is antsy on it, but Sabrina's display of talent does stun 3. Zhui's unbreakable will keep him alive for now, but it does force Wei to tank the last couple shots of this curtain call, taking him to just below half HP. This likely going to convert into the final outer turret. Even with the bullet time expended from IG, it will not be in defense of this structure. So while all this pressure is expended towards the bot side, keep in mind that Hoya is simultaneously applying pressure in the top lane, and the macro is still working.
Yeah, unfortunately, Rookie not going to be able to get a pick with that ultimate. NIP though, just now waiting in the wings, but hey, Wei's got a flag. That gives you vision.
Yeah, and unfortunately for him, that vision not nearly enough. NIP, they know there's only one person in this jungle, and they take him down, having taken out the jungler at 21 minutes. Opens things up for the Baron in ways that any other pick would not.
I love this. Immediately, NIP do what we said they needed to do. Look for picks, don't go for team fights, and then convert that into an objective. It'll be Baron, and now this does so much in allowing for NIP to push up these side lane waves. Going to be able to immediately get away from that. IG relying on that 5v5 front to back, but they don't have any control over this bot side, and that just means Dragon, for the first time, going to belong to NIP, and they are very thankful for it, as this does deny the soul.
But they are in charge of this game, and it is their job to close things out as quickly as possible. About a minute left on this Baron, and that seems like enough time for Hoya to take the mid lane tower. Well, we've got a curtain call channeled in the bot lane, once again, just to buy a little bit of space. NIP are playing this extremely non-committally, and that is working out hugely in their favor. Tempered Fate finally going to go out. This mid lane, or rather bot lane tower gets finished off, but Guan with the supreme display of talent knocks Photic back into the team. Cataclysm answers. Guan will go down, but underneath the tower, Wei gets locked up and taken out by Hoya. Sobro wants to finish him off, but even through the stasis, it will be Hoya that survives with a triple kill for NIP.
And Rookie has to panic TP back to the base to save face. IG all get ripped apart. I don't even know if that was a supreme display of talent from Guan, given that it didn't immediately kill anyone. It was more like a, you know, decent talent show in middle school display of talent. But Rookie now, the only person alive to defend the base, as Wei does respawn. NIP are just looking to end this game, Dia.
They know they're driving. If they didn't know before, they know now. NIP, since that Baron, have had confidence infused into their gameplay. An awesome flashing for the 4th shot. That's just the cherry on.
IG do have all the while a mid lane wave is pushing in. IG are being pulled apart, Dia.
No more Baron, but Chains of Corruption are absolutely available. Hoya pressuring with that from the side does force the Cataclysm out of Wei. Kara is going to go golden temporarily, but straight into the Miasma. Has to go golden again to survive. Changes the Corruption land out of the back line, but you have lost your mid laner in the meantime. NIP really want to finish a fight underneath this tower, but Sobro plays the range perfectly as Rookie's now found an isolated Hoya, and he's got Shui alongside him to find an answer to the NIP siege. Photic picks up a kill, and IG refuse to go down quietly in game 1. Search for a pick. While they do that, while they wait, they can take a dragon.
Really is no reason for IG to leave their broken, just start up this Baron. And I love this. They're forcing IG to respond. It's a risky play. I mean, Wei's also taking a lot of Barons, so maybe this 50-50 king can do it.
He's got Smite. Tempered Fate is enough, though. NIP could burn the Baron, but they are not going to in time. Zhuo has to get away, and Wei is still waiting over the wall. It's too risky of a situation for NIP to finish things off. But it might be just the perfect time for IG to take the tempo play in their favor. Guan has 400 HP, and he now has to steal this. 5,000, 4,000, Guan goes over and does not steal the Baron. Instead, it's Zhui that secures it.
Zhui, you know, he's the best jungler on IG. They get the Baron, they stave off this game for a little bit longer, and suddenly...
Maker in this game, I did not mean by jungling himself. That was not the intended consequence of my words or even any. To wrap this one up, Photic, even Rookie don't have a whole lot of autonomy in how they set
play from IG. I mean, look at that gold difference they have managed to make. It hasn't been, oh, hang on, Hoya. Wei, no way!
He's CC'd for much too long. Will he be again? Zhuo shows up, and yes. Unfortunately, a Cosmic Binding means that for Wei's entire 2 health bars, he could not play the game.
And now NIP are just going to march down mid. They don't have a tower to worry about. This Baron buff is also wearing off, so it's going to be easier for NIP to siege against the incoming Invictus Gaming minion waves in mid lane. Care as well does have the Realm Warp, so they have a numbers advantage for about 40 seconds. Let's see what they can do with it.
Tempered Fate already used. We're waiting on some cooldowns, especially like the Chains of Corruption from Hoya, to find yet another engage. However, with Dragon spawning in 30 seconds, it might be just the right time for NIP to pack away, bait the objective, and eventually take it themselves, as that will keep IG from finding another fight, and then the Soul, which was we already mentioned, would be a disaster.
I can't believe I'm about to say this, but NIP, Soul might be a legitimate win condition for them at this point. We can see both teams are now posturing. If NIP get this, it'll be 3 for them. They have to make sure they do, or at least win the fight to where if IG get the steal, that Mountain Soul is not going to matter. It could all end right here as NIP has started up the Dragon.
Half HP and Wei's in the pit. This is going to come down to a 50-50 smite, but he flashes over the wall away from the Dragon. Now it is the team fight that IG must win. Flash forward from Rookie with the Petrifying Gaze is going to pick up a kill on Zhuo. Well, Awesome at just, I'm going to say 700 HP is walking this one out. NIP, they take the Dragon, but they lose the fight.
Yeah, NIP deny that soul point win condition, but they're just now running down Awesome. He's going to use the blue buff for movement speed on the autos, but NIP lose 3, and now it's going to be Care and Awesome who have to defend these structures in mid lane for another 20 seconds or so before their teammates can respawn.
And even with that fight going the way that it did, I was hesitant as to whether IG would walk away with the victory in it, as the Dragon was secured by NIP. Wei is literally flashing away from the fight, but it is Wei that steps
out this Alistar, so no surprises available for IG, and now he's completely separated from the rest of the team. They're just going to pull the trigger.
This should be an easy pick. NIP didn't even have to set this one up, but IG are on the way, and Zhui decides to turn things around. Unbreakable Will and a Flash Pulverize with a Tempered Fate to cut off the damage from Photic and Wei. Now it's a turnaround by NIP. 2 big engages from the supports, and well, neither will result in death. It will result in NIP grabbing a Dragon and the Soul.
And they will get that Soul, like you said. Really good attempt at
starting for an engage. He has got to play in everyone's face and wait for the headbutt pulverize to connect. Once shown up, Tempered Fate stalls out the Baron a little while longer as Hoya emerges into the pit, but it will be IG that get what they came for. Baron goes their way, and Zhui, flashless as he is, gives up his life.
They're really going to have to walk up, but again, they have numbers advantage. Do they want to try and end it here, or are they just going to go for the double inhib?
Cataclysm into the equalizer and into the chains of corruption. Flash forward from Rookie, and the bullet time over the top of it. It starts the fight off well for IG. Sobro flashes on top of Hoya, and it will be Photic that finishes the job, flashing on top of him as well. Double kill for Photic, and Rookie chasing down Guwon for the final kill. We've got a teleport coming in as well. This is a dead Guwon. Shui knows it as well. Headbutt into the pulverize, sets him up for his mid laner to knock him down. GA gets popped, and 4v5, IG win the fight off a brilliant engage.
And Wei with the Cataclysm sets up Photic. Rookie with the Petrifying Gaze. IG lair all of their ultimates. The front-to-back comp finally finds its mark. And NIP, 11,000 gold lead be damned. We're only in game number 1, and already the bangers are starting to pile on.
NIP
here to buy space for Awesome and Care to deal out the damage that we expect from them on this Azir and the Draven. But my problem is this NIP comp feels very feast or famine in 2 out of these.
Perfect time for IG to take Dragon, and they do spot Guwon waiting in the brush. Will he try and go for a steal? Keeper's Verdict channeled, and it does not hit Wei or the Dragon, giving IG the first one.
That might mean that his pick potential without that Flash W combo is a little bit less, as now speaking of a pick.
A bit of a dive cooking on the bot side will still result in first blood for NIP. Guwon and Zhuo pretty easily are going to be able to chase down Photic with a nice steadfast presence from Guwon. It'll turn into 1 kill for each. 1 for Guwon, 1 for Zhuo. Nothing for Awesome, but he gets some tower plates, so it's not the worst.
Yeah, he's still building up that passive.
Game number 2.
Got a swap coming through here. Zhuo is gonna get hit by the Scion, so he'll short that. And now, Sobro does have flash. This is a very risky dive. Oh, we're gonna commit to it. We don't have a wave.
Well. Guwon tanks the tower for 2 shots, but I don't think that ruins the dive by any means. Almost everyone from NIP is showing bot. This dive literally has to work, but the stun does not connect. Pop Blossom will, and Sobro will fall to Awesome. His first kill of the game, and it could not have come soon enough. Meanwhile, topside, the dive does not go nearly as well for IG. Hoya survives with the Dominus. And NIP come out ahead in a huge way there with the next dive coming in for IG shortly.
And look, Zhuo is also resetting. He's running straight toward the top side with the home guards. He wants to protect his top laner. Hoya's not letting the wave crash. They can't enter.
He's just like, I'll fight your jungler 1v1. I swear to God. IG do not pull off the dive. They've wasted so much time up top side to get neither top laner nor top lane tower, while Awesome gets his first blood. But the difference is that now Awesome actually has autonomy, ability to impact the rest of the map. It turns into a dragon very quickly, and it's up to the rest of NIP to set him up to make it neutralize a huge portion of the gold lead. That has to be the winning solution, but it seems so far away as Awesome is completely undaunted in mid lane around Rift Herald. It doesn't matter where he goes, NIP are strong.
But it almost feels like the door is closing on the other side as well, because you look at Awesome, still about 500,000 gold down over Rookie on this LeBlanc, but he is managing to scale up slowly on this character. As Wei, another Grand Starfall completely shorted, and crickets are cricketing and chirps are chirping.
It is impressive, though, that with some good macro, managing to secure the mid lane tower and the top lane tower both. Awesome wants this kill. Will he get it? Photic pops the barrier, wants to trade back onto Guan, and will do it, but he gives over another kill to Awesome in the process. Nice work for NIP, but now Rookie's on the flank, and Rookie's got to be the difference maker. Can he assassinate Awesome? Chain is going to land. Pop Blossom to peel for his AD carry. Ooh. NIP have a flash from Awesome that secures them the shutdown on Rookie. And Sobro is left holding his axe
of the mid lane, but look at what they're giving up. Care is just splitting on the top side. This Azir continues to scale up and allowing this Draven to continue unleashing in this game. And it's like you said, 3.8k gold lead.
Huge thing. We've seen teams, even NIP, come back to even better positions. 21 minutes, keeping in mind that their Draven is 4,000 gold accelerated, it's actually possible.
It certainly is, but IG aren't going to be face checking into that bush. The the Baron resets, Sobro.
And we're catching Sion. It's not your average pick, but it's a pick nonetheless. Top laner goes down. IG are going to try and force a play in the mid lane, but this allows NIP to collapse on them. So IG have to be especially careful about their positioning here. NIP seem to be forcing a Baron fight once again, trying to bait this one. Seeing if somebody from IG will check it. Hoya pops Dominus, and now we've got a big flank, a big sandwich coming in.
Yeah, Hoya now is completely alone, though. They're disjointed. NIP.
It's going to be another kill for Awesome. Photic goes down. Second one has to follow. Guan wants to serve this up to Wei, and Zhuo takes matters into his own hands, flashing across the wall for the Pop Blossom. It is a double kill going the way of Awesome as he collects more and more. Care is out of mana. Rookie is not. This does not look good.
And we can also see the Nami tidal wave down on to the Emperor of the Sands. He gets a little water splashed in his face. Those 2 axes into Rookie's back. And then boom, you assassinate the mid laner of IG.
I want him to build an Edge of Night, so it's like technically defensive. It's missing quite a lot of priority in this jungle. However, it is not showing.
They're looking to drive a sword into IG's back with the Baron started up.
Rookie's going to come in on a flank. Zhuo goes for an engage on the other side. Shui almost gets one shot. Sobro is in the middle of everyone, but Awesome's third item was LDR, and Soboro's health bar feels it right now. With a pick on the top laner, NIP will turn this into a Baron, no doubt.
All right, let's see if we can steal it. Rookie, can you do it twice in a row? Wei. Come on, man. Prove it you're the jungler. All right, no chance. Not
going to get it this time. Instead, engage goes onto Hoya, instantly answered back onto Wei, as Hoya will not even lose half of his health in the exchange. NIP are swift and deadly, be it onto the Baron, be it onto the Legends.
Baron empowered minions pushing down in mid. Hoya on the top side. So a 4-1 split coming through here by over because Hoya's pushed in this wave. It's going to be more gold over to not just the Draven, but everybody else on NIP who, before that Baron was taken,
can kill you, is a mage assassin. Although even they would have to go through a steadfast presence and they stand aside in order to do so. And that's where things are looking really rough for Rookie. He has to wait out 2 cooldowns to gamble with his own gold, but he somehow is able to...
Gambling on his own health bar, because 1 auto from Awesome is going to probably be half of this Invictus Gaming mid laner's health. So with every step they take to try and prod and poke at this Draven, they risk their HP bar getting depleted very fast.
There's a weakness here for IG that we had mentioned in the draft, that being that they don't have the team fight composition, the likes of which they drafted themselves in Game 1, where they've got wombo combos aplenty and they can pile everyone's cooldowns with Photic being plenty safe all the while. Rookie's best shot at jumping on top of Awesome is something he has to do almost alone. And when we saw it take half of Awesome's health there, it's a tough thing to do. Bloodthirster is going to heal Awesome right back up as the bot lane inhibitor tower falls. Hoya's working on the mid lane inhibitor, and it should be 2 base structures. No, make it 4 base structures because I counted wrong. Lost. Grand Starfall comes in. Care is jumped on. Zhuo has a Pop Blossom in the front lines, but it is Awesome untouched through all of this that is chewing through Soboro as Rookie goes down to Guan. It is NIP who look completely untouchable in the base of IG.
And now 3v5. NIP have minion waves pushing in from 2 different sources. It wasn't bloody like game number 1. It wasn't action-packed like game number 1, but it was surgical from NIP like what they did in game number 1 early.
On Awesome, last auto is going to pop him into GA. I want to see a highlight level Awesome performance right now. He's got the items to make it happen. He can 2-tap almost anyone, especially Zhui. That's 1. Shui is going to manage to get away. Awesome, no flash available for him, and he's not going to try and get fancy with it. He is going to finish the game as NIP intended to do in game 1. They will claw their way back.
Also makes it more difficult for these Dash champions on IG to actually get on top of the Aphelios. So, yeah, seems like NIP saying, it's going to be hard for this Jax to fully commit, I feel.
Hoya did assume that Wei would reset, though, and guessed wrong, as did I. And now he's going to have to deal with the gank. Goes Mega for a second, has Guwon on the way, but Soboro flashes. Hoya is 1 HP. Flash from Wei secures the kill. Soboro's low as well, and Guwon will trade it back. Wei now fighting with Amundo will win that fight.
1v1 as well in the mid lane as both mids are just looking to chunk each other out before maybe trying to move toward the bot lane. Death sentence.
Well, you got to be really careful about committing to this push. Wei actually hooks out, which leaves NIP feeling really good. Awesome's got white.
Level
but
6.
He's also jumped on by Shui. Photic gonna look for the kill on Awesome and will find it. 1 for 1, quickly gonna turn into a 1 for 2 in the favor of NIP. And that is going to turn into much more, as already Guwon
Shove that wave in. He will be able to join up in this bot side river as well.
Rookie's got a lot of mid priority throughout this entire game. NIP will walk up as 3. Dragon going to be smited by Wei, you got to imagine, and it is. And now NIP are left in an awkward spot. We're here. We came for the Dragon. The Dragon is gone. Suppose we're fighting. It's going to land from Zhuo again onto Shui, and the CC chain connects to send this Nautilus to the depths. Unfortunately, the same happens to Zhuo as he gets isolated by IG. Support for support, and Dragon for IG.
And NIP, I think, really...
That gives one over to NIP. It's like 10, 20 seconds, maybe of Poya's time, but a full third of an objective is not bad. Zhuo gonna get engaged on, instantly jumped on by 3 members of IG, but he is still alive, and now Awesome has laid out a bunch of damage onto Wei, has full Conqueror procced. Zhuo still low, manages to land the hook and feed a kill to his AD carry.
And you can see a little bit of frustration on the face of...
Not like an Olympic leap. You know,
not like an Olympic leap? All right.
Yeah.
I'll raise you to the level of leap here, as Hoya is going to get left on.
And immediately taken down. Mininar, surprisingly easy to kill.
Trade, nobody is going to be here to stop the damage going on to the turret. Actually, they're just racing for first tower. That's what they're doing.
I think Awesome with Chakram gets it, and he does.
Yeah.
Chakram is just too good. You can't race that, although I respect that they really didn't have an option.
Yeah, it will be a little bit more gold going over to Sobro and Rookie, and will allow Rookie, at least on this Ahri, to be a bit more accelerated on the map. But they also give up more than just a turret. They also give up the second Dragon, so NIP just getting more in that trade.
NIP's early game is just that much more dialed in than IG's. It happens once, you call it a fluke. It happens twice, maybe they got lucky. It happens 3 times. And NIP, despite Care's positioning, know what they're doing. Care, maybe not so much. Did not know he was picking a fight with 3 people. NIP, now having full data, are going to use that teleport to Lantern Hoya back to safety.
Yeah, Awesome separated from the rest of the team. If the Aphelios isn't there for the fight, I feel like NIP's ability to commit to it just isn't really in the cards, so they're going to back away. It is a clean pick by IG onto Care, and so they're looking to transition that into a topside objective, but they got to go quickly. Talia does come up in about 10 seconds and also has that teleport, so that temporary numbers advantage you got will not stick for very long.
Meanwhile, Jax does not. NIP are going to go for a smite fight at 50-50 here. Sobro's just used his TP to flank on Awesome. Will end up jumping on him with the counter strike. Awesome flashes away and does manage to find a kill before going down himself. But NIP have done enough damage with their Aphelios to secure the team fight. Another hook lands from Zhuo, and it keeps his mid laner alive and secures the Rift Herald for NIP.
Zhuo is playing these fights so unbelievably well. Even before his mini-gnar, you don't have the big team fight ultimate, and Kair was late to the play, but awesome. Look at how much he corrals IG into this pit. He sends them into the meat grinder of the rest of NIP, and back to life, Hoya might just be dead.
Hoya's almost definitely dead. This time, not in mini, in mega. But I do wanna really dial in on what you talked about there. I didn't even something that can change fights for the better for IG, and a variable that NIP unfortunately can't really lock down or control.
Dragging up in about 30 seconds here, and NIP don't even need the Herald to take down this tier 1. I wonder what they're gonna do. You can see Rookie waiting in the wings, maybe anticipating Hoya to step up and challenge him.
League of cyberbullying Hoya.
Oh my gosh.
That's just what IG do, and like you had talked about, there's no objective.
Having agency in the side lane, he's going to force Kair to respond, commit that Weaver's Wall as well. That just means more pressure drawn onto NIP. They're also thinning them out, so IG, you can see Jue kind of walking up a little bit further here with the dredge line, hoping that because they have numbers advantage, they can try and commit to a fight. And they don't even have to get a kill at this point, Dia. If they can burn a flash off of Awesome, or they can burn a flash off of Guan, I feel like that's good enough for them.
They're going to have to save that firepower for about 60 seconds.
Starting to see some big item spikes come through here by IG as well. Sobro is really strong, but doesn't matter if he ends up getting caught out.
Oh, we finally cyberbullying Sobro. Flash away. Hoya hasn't got any stuns to follow up on this, but NIP will importantly remove a red buff as an option.
Already been started.
Awesome's just cycled out of red-white as well. Hoya is keeping Rookie
gosh.
honest, but Shui engages directly onto Awesome's face. Flash away from the AD carry of NIP. He's still alive, and a Lantern to the other side of the fight keeps him in it. Chakrams go out. His guns have cycled poorly, but at that point, it does not matter. He has lived for so long. Zhuo has allowed him to absorb so many resources that NIP, they might not get the dragon, but they certainly win the fight afterwards. 3 for nothing.
And IG looked like they were going to win that fight, especially after...
Probably more. Yeah. Awesome is cycled all the way back to red-white after a bit of a suboptimal run around the dragon, and that puts them in perfect position to abuse the Baron that NIP now have.
IG, though, looking to get a little bit of split pushing done here. Walk up toward here, but I don't think they're going to be getting anybody. They are, however, leaving Hoya alone in the mid lane, so maybe it opens up. Whoa! That was blind, by the way. What?
It is a Zhuo difference, my friend. Out goes the stun, and Sobro, even through Counter-Strike, is going to die. Zhuo's, as you say, blind hook connects. And NIP get the top laner and the bot tower.
Check him PC. Check him PC, please. What is going on, Dia? Zhuo continues the dominance on this Thresh pick. It looks like the 100% win rate on this champion for this player is going to continue, because now that Sobro has gone down and a frontliner is lost for IG, NIP have no reservations, no hesitations about just walking into the base of IG.
And this time they actually have the ability to team fight if they want to. They have a Dr. Mundo frontline, so the advantage that NIP have, well, it is not as big as it was in Game 1. Only about 6,000.
2, 3. Okay, never mind. It's going to take a little bit longer because IG actually want to fight this, but they're so far behind. And I mean, it's a big gun combo here for the Aphelios too.
Teleport from Sobro is going to be huge. He is right on top of Awesome. We're going to need another Lantern from God, but Awesome does not receive it and will go down. It's a 900 gold shutdown to Sobro, but IG are still losing the fight. Kair has picked up the slack where Awesome fell. Talia rises, and Kair will take the team forward to the team fight victory and forward to the Nexus Towers.
Awesome in chat, worth 100% of the time. NIP lose their AD carry, but the rest of the team thrive in their pajamas. IG now staring down at the abyss as Ninjas in Pajamas are 1 win away from Group Ascend and furthering their chances in a couple of days in that battle.
It is haymaker after haymaker. Jace Syndra, I mean, so good. And again, we saw this Syndra coming from a mine.
In case of emergency pick for them there as well, as now Rookie might be in trouble.
Flashing away, it's not going to be enough. Care wants that first blood.
No.
Rookie is on 1 HP, but nobody dies.
And it's both use his ultimate, but he still retains that flash. Hoya, can he maybe look for an all-in?
Oh! Why are we walking back into it? Care does go low, goes back in, and goes down to Rookie.
For this Diana to find angles until that flash comes back up.
Okay, guys, real quick. Photic getting low on the bot side. Remember, Zhuo's just meant to keep Awesome firing. Cleanse comes in immediately. Awesome is low, so is Photic. Zhuo flashes after him and gets the kill. Well, Awesome survives the battle. Lulu manages to take the victory for NIP in the bot side. Zhui,
There's
1
no way.
HP in a dream, while Rookie gets taken down by Care in the mid lane.
And Care finally gets the kill that he needed on this Diana. This pick is freed up to push in the wave. And unfortunately, he gets hit by the house, and he gets hit by a whole lot more afterwards.
Dragon is gonna go down to IG. While they do this, oh my god, Quacks. Oh my god, we are gonna get another fight. Care is looking for this. Thank god, thank god.
But, I mean, if you can give another kill over to Care, I think it's going to start to really be difficult, especially with Rookie not having his flash. Guan, not even concerned about the bot or about the top side objective. They're just going to maybe look for a dive, but now Zhuo does have that wild growth. Let's see if this is successful, though. This is a tough comp to dive.
All about who's tanking, and right now, Zhuo picks it up first.
Who's
First
going to
kill
re-engage?
does go over to NIP. It looks like a redive for them, as this time Awesome is going to tank the tower and collects the kill. Will not catch Awesome. Accelerated or not, IG will have to back away.
And look at Guan. He is trying to move into the bot side. Care going for an engage onto Rookie.
Shouldn't have the burst just yet. Guwan is coming down though, and this could change the fight. Care's about half HP. Guwan would need to tank the tower. Zhuo's here as well. Rookie will survive, and it looks like the tower will stay standing.
And NIP, even though they don't get any kills, they don't accelerate the gold by Care. Actually, I say that. House is brought down. They're looking for a fight. There's a teleport coming in from the Ornn. They do not want to let this tower stand.
Teleport expended and ult available. NIP would rather save the cooldown, but they can and will use it to start a fight. IG get a little too antsy, and in come NIP. Care isolates and destroys Rookie, finding himself yet another kill, managing to walk away on 1 HP. Hoya looks for the kills under the tower, but will not find them on Sobero. NIP lose nothing. They gain a kill on the mid laner, and naturally, the bot lane tower will fall.
And Hoya TPing there as well. His conditions are plenty healthy. He should be able to knock down this tier 1 in bot as well to give NIP more space to play around with, but I don't think they need it. Dragon is up in only 20 seconds here off of the redeployment from the resets on NIP.
As it appears, only this Diana can. Cards on the table. NIP put their faith in Care's Diana. Team fight. Where that might be? Perhaps the Rift Herald.
Perhaps it will be, and Guan should be able to set up for that. This guy has been so good at starting up fights, but hasn't been the main damage dealer of the squad. We'll see if he can delve out the damage on this Trundle, because now it has been started, and whoa!
Is 1 HP but alive, and on Lulu, he gets taken out by the Encore. Zhui picks up the first kill of the team fight. Rift Herald on 2k HP and resetting quickly as Rookie looks for Awesome, flashes on him, and the ultimate will connect, but not take him down. Instead, it is the Rift Herald that falls. A single kill and the objective going the way of IG.
Rookie has to be careful not to overstay his welcome. He will back out of there, but good layering of the ultimates there from IG, finally being able to sync those R keys together. And NIP do not have the same power in that Wombo combo that Invictus Gaming drafted for. So they not only get the pick, but they also get the turret. They get the Herald as well. That'll be a big deal for them, trying to match the priority that NIP have started to put on a lot of these neutral objectives, namely the Dragons.
Bit of an Ornn moment as Hoya does tank everything and manage to stay alive. This tank really a return to form as well, as this is exactly what Hoya
He's not a big fan of that music, so he ends up dying to it. But another big thing to mention is that Awesome committed that flash. Awesome just kills Photic off screen.
First unstoppable force gonna come through this time onto Care.
Way.
Guwan answers back. Moonfall shuts that play down, puts it right back where it came from. Another lost. I cannot get over this.
Yeah,
Dragon gonna be picked up.
Such a crazy coincidence, honestly.
Teleport coming up as well. IG know this is going down, but they just don't know how fast. And unfortunately, with their misestimation of how quickly Baron would go down, they will just lose it entirely, and they might even lose the fight to follow. Sobro is going to get knocked up, flashes away, but crucially, keeps the unstoppable force for a possible re-engage.
And I like the NIP. Oh, hang on, hold that thought.
And
All
he
right.
loses the unstoppable force.
Very stoppable force, it seems like, is what we can label Sobro as, because now IG are forced to take the very long way all the way around, and that will give a few plates over to NIP. With Baron, they're just going to straight up run through the turret without any fear. I mean, without that unstoppable force, there really isn't a solid engage tool here.
That was a haymaker. Nope, but he was a haymaker because he's meant to press R on Awesome. And if he's not doing that, he's not doing anything.
Ooh, Awesome taking a fair bit of damage from that shock blast, but Zhuo is there, Guwan is there, Hoya is there. He's got his boys. And honestly, that's all he needs. NIP, a full roster rebuild, now looking to get into Group Ascend. Care forced to flash. IG desperately looking for any kind of a pick to get a numbers advantage. They know they don't win the 5v5s at this point.
Yeah, honestly, this works. Encore is going to land just onto Hoya, who is essentially immortal. He is a beefy frontline, the likes of which IG have nothing to deal with. And Care is drawing people back and forth. Yes, he expended the flash before, but he drew 3-4 people up. And as it is, you let the dragon go over, you live to fight another day. The nice thing is, a lot of waves are being pushed into the jungle, into the towers right now. IG are collecting gold slowly but surely. The problem is the amount of autonomy that NIP have on the map. The vision control that NIP are laying down. We talked about Zhuo being so instrumental in that earlier today. Awesome walks up to the bush. The one bush they don't have vision in, but he's still alive. He's still firing even through the perfect fight for IG. 1v4 on the AD carry. They can't kill him.
Yo, Awesome withstanding all of that pressure. Guwan is somehow... Maybe I could do it. Maybe I could withstand the damage of all 5 IG versus. Let's see if Jue can do the same.
Knock up, not going to land, but Awesome does find a way. Must be flash out of range over the wall. And Awesome gets to continue stepping up, not concerned about a darn thing. Even
7, 8, 9, oh my god, 10, 11, 12,
15 might be right.
13, 14. I'm so good. 15 seconds.
You're so good, actually. And you know what's bad? This game state for IG from the members of IG, but not going down for it. It'll mean an inhibitor tower goes to NIP, and a teleport in from Care signals that they want more. An inhibitor is on the menu, boys.
Yup, and now teleport, like you said, coming in from Care. They're gonna take down the inhibitor.
Stepping up into risky zones when he has it available. He hasn't been forced to burn flash in ages. They're just not even fighting with Awesome. They're fighting with Care! The Moonfall comes down! A double kill for Care! Wants to make it a triple, but Sobro flashes away as Awesome joins the fight. It is simply to take down the inhibitor, simply to escort NIP deeper into the base.
And NIP looking to put a bow on this game. It's the lightning from a Thunder Talk member. It's the ashes of FPS.
Awesome flashes forward!
PX, or IG, looking to bounce back. They will delay NIP's victory for now, but now they're just gonna retreat.
Will be on the menu in 5 minutes. NIP can play an error-free game where they shove waves into IG's base. And if IG make a mistake, NIP win the game. And if IG don't make a mistake, in 6 minutes, NIP win the game.
It really is a do-or-die time here for IG as the walls are closing in. All 3 lanes have waves pouring under the last 2 remaining towers. They've got to fight.
There's Diana. Back and threatening the back line, is going to jump right on top of Rookie. Out comes the Ornhorn, and Care will finish off Rookie. And it is NIP finishing off IG as the Nexus towers fall, and NIP will slay another